Hey guys, it's Lauren. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I have an amazing success story for you guys with my client, Mariana, who just completed the 3-month transformational coaching program. So we are so happy to have her here to share her experience. And I hope you guys enjoy the interview.
Hi,
Hi,
Lauren.
Mariana. Thank you so much for being with us today. How's your day going?
It's going really well. Super happy to see you, Lauren.
It's great to be back here with you again. So, Mariana, tell us a little bit about your experience with the Think Manifest 3-month transformational coaching program. How did you like it?
So, I absolutely loved your program, and we had such a great connection and such a great time. I am a recent graduate. I actually finished your program several weeks ago, and we have been working together for around 3 months.
That's just amazing, Mariana. You know, the level of transformation that you had in the program has been awesome. Just amazing to see you flourish, from when you came in and, you were in a good place, but it was more about the feeling state, right? It was more about the feelings of stagnancy, of not finding really the direction, like you said, about overcoming limiting beliefs and programmings. Can you speak a little bit more about the changes that you had in your feeling state, in your programming, right? A big part of the program is to reprogram the subconscious mind, reprogram our limiting beliefs so that we can really transform what happens in our life.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like when I first joined, I didn't feel much confidence within me. Life was basically a sequence of different obstacles that I was very reactive to and I was overcoming. And I thought that this is the way things should be. I was not aligned with my feeling state at all. And I did not have a clear vision of what was it that I wanted to do. But only after a couple of weeks of working with you, I knew that I could live my life differently. I knew that I could listen to myself, how certain situations make me feel, and then make conscious decisions of which direction I want to take based off of my feeling state. If I didn't feel that this situation is a fit within my values, my needs, and my vision for what my future will be, then I would just pass and realign and reassess and see what is a different way I can approach this particular circumstance or this particular obstacle. And the change has been dramatic because actually what I would do every time there is an obstacle, like a question I have to answer for myself, I would rebuild my self-concept and create this new persona that I wanted to become. And I would stop for a second and think, what would my new persona, what would that person want to do in this particular situation? How would they approach that? And instead of reacting immediately based on my old limiting beliefs, I would approach any situation or circumstance as a new me, and life has started to change dramatically.
I love it. And it's so true what you say, and that's such a big part of what we focus on, right? Is how do we really take back our energy from the things that are not serving our highest good, not serving the vision of what we're creating, right? It's great to say that in theory, but practically we learn the tools and techniques to take back your energy from those things that are not serving you and put them in the direction of the things that you want to do, that you want to be aligned with for your who you want to be and what you want to create, right? And you did that so effectively, you did that so amazingly. The program is really for people who are serious about making the change the way that you've done it with yourself. You came to the program ready to do the work. You were not scared to do the internal change work, whatever that was necessary. And that's why your results are so great. It's because you really took it upon yourself to make those internal shifts. And, the results, they really speak for themselves, right? Did you have any big aha moments in the program? Any big things that really were light bulbs for you and you're like, wow, this is different than how I used to think?
Yeah, absolutely. So when I mentioned in the beginning, I started the program because it's not that I wasn't happy. It's just that I knew that I could do more. I just didn't know how to approach that. What I have learned on the program, and something that I probably intuitively felt for the longest time, is the world is a reflection of your inner state. And you can only change the outside world if you make changes within yourself. It's like how you, Lauren, always say that the world is yourself pushed out. And that was like that aha moment. Like, the world is not going to change. The only thing you can change is your inner state. So build up like that belief system within you that you align with the most, that will bring the most value to you, that will put you on the path of life of your dreams. And only then you will see how the world will change. Because based on your new belief system, you will make decisions in a different way. You will attract circumstances in your life that you could never dream of before. You will meet people that you would think, oh, like I would never hang out with these people. Like I would never meet them on my path had I stayed in my old persona. So I guess that was like the biggest aha moment, as well as probably grounding myself in the now moment and practicing this gratitude. Like I am grateful for being healthy, for living in New York City, for having what I have. But I also know that this is just my starting point, and there's so much for me in the world yet to explore, because that's something that I am and something that I'm truly going for.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. And so many of the clients that I have that leave the program, graduate from the program, this is like the big shift that I want my clients to take out of it, is that this is just the beginning. Like you had amazing successes in what we created just in 3 months, which we'll get to in a moment. But this is really just the beginning for the rest of the trajectory of your life, because now you have the tools and skills and the understanding, the belief systems to really understand that it's not hard to create anything you want. And so your vision actually gets greater and greater, and you can tackle and take on more things and manifest much greater things when you have the right basis of how to approach complicated situations, how to approach obstacles correctly, how to actually look at circumstances, right? Because circumstances are already in the past. Mm-hmm. There's no point to feed them anymore, right? It's only to move forward towards the vision. So the more that you are able to do that, your life is just going to transform even more from there. So for now though, just can you speak a little bit to some of the tangible successes that you've had? You've had a lot of them, but just a couple of the ones that really stood out to you that really impacted your life.
Sure. So when I first joined the program, Lauren, you asked us to practice getting out of the comfort zone. And at the time, I got into storytelling, and I did my first storytelling event here in New York. It's called Moth Storytelling. It's a very nerve-wracking experience in a way, especially if you do it for the first time. But only after being like maybe a week or like a week and a half on a program, I learned the tools. And I learned the techniques to not overthink and to detach myself from the outcome. So when I was there, in a very like first exploration kind of experience for me, never doing this before, being super scared of public speaking in a way, I did collect myself and I did approach that whole event with lots of grace, which was very new to me. Typically, I would get very stressed out and awkward, and I started noticing my first changes right at that moment. Probably about a month into the program, I was randomly reached out by a company from my home country. I am originally from Ukraine. They reached out to me for some consulting work, which happened to be my passion area. And first I couldn't believe that this could be happening. I'm like, this is probably something super random. They just want to create a network on LinkedIn or something like that. But after speaking with them, it grew into collaboration, and it shifted my mindset and thinking into a way that, oh, I can totally try to work for myself, to freelance. I do have enough experience and enough knowledge that I can share with the world, and there will be companies who will be appreciating what I have to offer, and I can actually work with them on the projects that I'm passionate about. So it was only several months back. I still keep on working with that company. As I mentioned in the beginning, my whole interest now is in creating my own business. I am working on my website, trying to find some more clients, and it's actually going really well. Through that, I met some amazing people. Otherwise, I would have never met them. And we have really great connections and really great network. And I'm excited about what the future has to bring.
Yeah, I remember when we were talking about this, the more aligned you get with your vision, the more aligned you are about your values, about what it is that you actually want, and having the right tools to actually be able to go in the direction of that vision, the more things literally will just manifest into your lap. Opportunities that you couldn't even imagine, right? So when this company reached out to you, I remember it was just crazy because you couldn't imagine that, first of all, you didn't even need to go out and to see clients for this new trajectory that you wanted to take. They sought you out. They were were a perfect alignment with the things that you were interested in, right? And to me, that's what it's all about, is really getting so in alignment with the things that we desire to create in this life and doing it in an effortless manner from the internal change, from the internal shift, right? And then also, if you could speak a little bit more about how socially your life also opened up with a different kind of caliber of person, people that are much more in line with the way that you see the world, that would be great to hear too.
Yeah. As I also mentioned earlier, I have been working with these companies and meeting great people through that who also have an entrepreneurial mindset, who are very ambitious, go-getters, but also very confident and self-cautious people, like the caliber of people that I obviously did not meet in my old life. Also through the program, Lauren, you bring together such fantastic people, like-minded, who have so many common interests and who are working as a group on becoming better people and reaching new heights in their lives. And some of your other graduates, I believe they're now graduates as well, live in New York City, and we connected and met up, and we could probably spend hours and hours and hours talking. Unfortunately, the restaurants were closing and we had to leave. But I created such a great group of friends here in New York City through your program, and we're supporting each other, helping each other along the way, and we have so many things in common and never run out of conversations and topics for conversation.
That's so awesome to me because, yeah, with the program, we have clients all over the world. I have clients literally everywhere in the world. And it's just so awesome to see these like-minded people from our group connect so well. Part of what I try to do for the program, it's about really connecting the right people and helping people make that big shift, helping people make that big transformation in their life. One of my major interests is performance and self-actualization. And how do we really help people get to the top of their game in anything that it is that they want to do? How do we really unlock the full potential of people in this life? And so I feel very grateful that the level of people that come into the program and that we accept into the program, that we work with to help them get that change, are also amazing individuals, all on their own path, creating something unique and awesome and different and just up-leveling themselves. So it's great to see that the community is working that way and that you also experience that. So that is so great to hear and beautiful for you to share. Marianne, can you tell me a little bit about how the experience of the program was for you? Did you feel supported in the program? Was there any specific things that really stood out to you that you really enjoyed?
Yeah, I felt extremely supported during the program. We have these group calls every week. In my experience, we had 3 group calls, and on those calls, all the participants were sharing their wins. They were sharing what they discovered new about themselves each week. And it was extremely helpful because some questions I could probably not ask in the right way, or I didn't know how to phrase it, or I was still confused in a way of like how to better explain myself. But I did hear from others those same exact situations happen that totally fall under my scenarios as well. And I just felt so supported and heard and not alone, that people go through the exact same struggles and challenges, and they on the exact same path of growth. And I was super excited to hear everybody's wins. We were all like a little family, sharing all of our stories, not like in an intimate way. I would say it's more like the revelation about yourself. So there's like nothing that affects like your privacy in any way.
So Mariana, let me ask you this. If somebody was considering to do the program, why would you recommend the program, and who specifically would you recommend the program for?
I would totally recommend this program to people who feel like they can do more than what they currently have, but they just need to find tools and techniques to move forward with their ideas. So whenever you feel stuck, this would be an amazing program for you. And if you have an idea what you want to manifest, and you understand that manifestation is actually not magic, it comes down to making those internal shifts and changing your energy level, also believing that the universe got your back, and that there's nothing impossible. If you're thinking of it, it means that you can do it. So if you come open and mentally prepared to embark on a journey of self-growth and constant personal development, then it's absolutely the right program for you. And you will be surrounded by right people, right information, literature, exercises, and it will put you on the path to success in no time.
That's awesome, Mariana. Thank you so much. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the interview. If you're interested in signing up for the 3-month transformational coaching program, the link is down in the description below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for being with us.